and that's at different levels.
Mm-hmm.
That's, so you go through OT 1, 2, 3, and so on up the bridge to total freedom. And the idea is a gradient approach to total freedom.
And what level are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm actually, it would be difficult to explain, because now and then I have to explain, but I'm not yet at clear.
Okay.
There are other levels below clear. I'm not yet at clear.
I see. And also, I have another question. For the personality tests, is there any circumstances under which somebody, because they want you to take the personality tests, and then they'll see if you might be a likely candidate for Scientology. Is there any circumstances under which somebody, in which they would say you're not a likely candidate for Scientology?
It's definitely a personal decision, one way or the other.
I see.
At any level, anybody can be helped or wants to be helped,
Okay.
But if you don't want to, it's up to you.
I see.
Like I said, the materials are there. There are 40 million words on the subject of Dianetics and Scientology by L. Ron Hubbard and 3,000 lectures. Mm-hmm. And there are 18 basic books in Scientology that a person, anyone, can actually acquire those books, read them, and, understand, come to their own conclusion.
Uh-huh. So, you see, that's what I'm interested in. I'd like people to read these books and then come to their own conclusions.
Exactly.
I would really like to help people read the books and come to their own conclusions about stuff like that.
Fantastic. So, that's the basic thing. It's like, it is a philosophy. And, you have you have millions of people. We have like 7,700 churches, missions, and groups in 194 countries.
Mm-hmm.
And, there are millions of people who have started on their journey in Scientology. And, people are what people are. But the subject of Scientology it's an applied religious philosophy with a certain set of axioms. And from those axioms, Mr. Hubbard derived, the how-to for different things. The how to be a more ethical person. The how to communicate. The how to free oneself from oppressions and repressions, that kind of thing.
And would you agree that it's important for children to not only, like in the case of Scientology, if they're brought up in Scientology, to have an understanding of Scientology, but would you agree that it is healthy for a child to have a good understanding of what the other religions teach as well?
Absolutely. In fact, I didn't understand that myself until I became a Scientologist. And I had no idea they had religions like Shintoism. I'd sort of heard vaguely about Buddhism. I didn't know what Hinduism was. I didn't understand those things. And in the difference between the Judeo-Christian concept and that there are millions more people who have, the more Asian and Eastern philosophy than there are Western philosophies.
And it's the only reason I ask is because there was this site I stumbled across, and it was called Ex-Scientology Kids, and some of the kids that have left Scientology felt that as they were growing up, they were a bit they said they felt as though they were deprived of interaction with other culture, the rest of the culture. They were sort of kind of stuck in their community. That's what they said they felt like.
I get it.
Can you give me any comment on that?
I don't know their own personal experiences, but certainly from my experience, I have 3 kids myself, and I certainly, as a parent, urge them to get a rounded education, which is what actually study technology, which Mr. Hubbard developed, helps you to have a rounded education.
What about the stuff that, other than the stuff that Hubbard developed, other stuff like do they have their own computers?
Do they?
Yeah, like access to the internet?
I don't know what those kids' experiences are.
No, I mean your kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they're now no longer kids, they're grown adults.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
I'm just saying it's...
Oh, not their kids, I just meant your kids, because I mean, I'm sure you're a good authority to speak on your kids, because you know them.
Absolutely. And, again, it is a personal decision. It is, what people go through, whatever they go through, but the subject of Dianetics and Scientology itself is something that anybody can learn and use and apply to live in this physical world.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, depending on what they want to do and where their own purposes lie, that's what Scientology helps you with.
And I've also just got another question. It was from an email that somebody sent me, that they knew somebody who really took up Scientology and wanted to join the Sea Org, and they moved away across the country, and they're a bit worried about them because they keep getting letters from them, but the return address is not in the same state that they said that they were going to be in, and the writing is also in somebody else's handwriting, and they can't contact them, and they're a bit worried about them. And I was wondering, is there a phone number or an email address that they could contact to help, so that maybe you could help them find that person?
Well, whatever city that they're in, if they go into the Scientology website,
Uh-huh.
there's a way to go in there, and there's an information contact number. They can try through there, because, like I said, there are churches all over the country, all over the world. I don't know where that church is or whatever, but then they would be able to find them that way.
Okay.
I don't know the circumstances, so if the person wants to give me a call, I can, try to see what I can do. I'm at 727-467-6860.
Can you just give me that number again?
727-467-6860.
6860. Okay, thanks very much. Can I put that in the information next to the video?
Yeah, you certainly can.
Okay.
There is a 1-800 for truth number as well.
And what does that deal with?
That's if people have questions on Scientology or Dianetics.
Okay.
That's 1-800 for truth.
1-800. Truth.
For truth, yeah.
Sorry, is it just truth or what? Truth, right? T-R-U-T-H. Yeah. All right. Sorry, I thought there was another word in there as well.
For 1-800-4.
For truth.
F-O-R. Truth.
Okay.
T-R-U-T-H.
Okay. I'll put that in the information bar too by the video. So thank you for helping me with that. I think there was just one more question that I just needed to have asked, and I'm just trying to find it. I was just wondering if you could comment at all on, there was a breaking story in the headlines just yesterday about Scientology being taken to court in France.
Yeah.
Can you give me your comment on that?
Well, unfortunately, the French system of justice is not like the American system of justice. You are guilty until proven innocent in France.
I don't think that's true, actually.
Yes, it is. You can check that out, but that's okay. This case is 10 years old.
Uh-huh.
The prosecutor had recommended that the case be dropped, and in fact, it had sat there for years. And recently, I guess through some kind of influence, the judge decided to go ahead to trial.
Okay.
And it's just an unfortunate incident, but obviously directed by someone with some kind of intention to destroy the church, because he said that. They have a commission in France which was set up to go after certain religions. And
actually, it's not in France. Scientology is not considered a religion.
Yes, it's considered a sect, which is some French word that means it's not the state-recognized religion. But then again, this group of they've tried this before, and it was disbanded. This sect commission was disbanded because it was extremely prejudicial and extremely discriminatory.
Mm-hmm.
And recently, that commission was put back into place by this gentleman, I forget his name, who is intent on, discriminating against certain religions.
Can you give me specific instances other than the Church of Scientology in which this guy's discriminated?